So I had one of them, the job interview dealies. So I got the call back. I like callbacks, you know? They're kind of like call girls, except they don't handcuff you to the bed and take your shit. I won't make that mistake again. So we get the call back, and I'm like, yeah, call back. The bee's knees, the wasp nipple. And I'm looking through my clothes, and I got nice shirts. I got all kinds of nice shirts, but I ain't got no nice pants. So I head out to Ye Olde Pants Shop to get me some pants, and walk in, nice lady behind the counter, lovely lady behind the counter, and I'm like, hey there, lovely lady, I need some pants. She's like, hey, yeah, they're over there. I was aghast. Serially, that's what passes for pants sales ship these days? And she's like, hey, look, I'm not even supposed to be here today. Can we just pretend that I flirted with you and that I did a good enough job that you bought the damn pants? And I was like, hell yeah. I appreciate your honesty. I'll buy those pants. Hell, I'll buy two. So buy my pants, and I get home and I try my pants on and they don't fit. Too big. Keep falling down. McDonald's down the street, so I run over to McDonald's and I wolf down a couple quarter pounders and I stand up and my pants start falling down, and I'm like, if anybody ever tells you McDonald's makes you fat, put your boot up their ass. It didn't make Jesus fat. So go back to Ye Olde Pants Shop, and I'm like, hey, pants keep falling down. She says to me, buy a belt. And I says, now how does that even make a lick of sense? The pants are too big. They're falling down. How does adding weight to them help them stay up? She says to me, that's the dumbest thing I've heard since I volunteered at that school for special needs children. So I bought a belt. And while it did weigh my pants down, it held them up. That defies physics. Just saying. So I got my nice pants, and I got my belt that somehow exists outside of the space-time, the multiverse belt, for lack of better terms. And I go to my job interview, and I meet General Jackass, and we sit down, and he's all blah, 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 and I'm all blah, 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 and all of that stuff. And he says to me, he says, if you had to describe yourself in one sentence, what would you say? I thought about it for a second, and I said, well, sir, I'm the kind of guy who does things without consulting the manual. He says to me, oh, you're headstrong. I says, no, illiterate. And he says to me, he says, what do you do when you're not? What do you do to unwind, to relax? What's the downtime? I says to him, well, I like to drive around in my pickup truck and beat up homosexuals that I secretly find attractive. He says, my God! What a manly thing to do! I says, of course. Like all men, I enjoy doing manly things. He says to me, spoken like a true man. Let's take off our shirts and wrestle. And we did. And I won. Because I was wearing my steel toes. He complimented me on them. I said each one weighs 12 pounds. I work out. So we put our shirts back on, and we're finishing up the interview, and he says to me, he says, do you have any questions? And I says, just one. If you were driving in a vehicle traveling at the speed of light, and you turned your headlights on, what would happen? He says to me, I don't know. And I says, I'm sorry, I can't work for you. And I went home. I was like, what the hell? I don't care. So I call up my girlfriend, and she's all, I'm drunk, let's have phone sex. And I'm like, yeah, sexy talk. She says to me, what are you wearing? I says, well, I just got back from the gym. I was blasting my quads, manly things. So, wearing a shirt with some ripped off sleeves, nothing else. She says, wow, you're like a sexy Barney Rubble. And I says, yeah, that's what you like, isn't it? She says, not at all, and hangs up. If I die tomorrow, don't say I had so much left to give, because I'm out of shit.